Hey guys, Theme Park Mark here, and just parked at Nigloland, which is I think about an hour and a half or so east of Paris. I drove here from Europa Park this morning, as you guys saw, and yeah, it took about 3.5 to 4 hours to get here. Not too terrible. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't stop at Wallygator this time like I did last time, so park closes at 6. This is my second visit. And yeah, so should have about 5 hours. Excited to get back on Alpina Blitz. And there, I think, are 3 other roller coasters that I did not get to last time, so I'll be riding those. There's a big drop tower I think I'm going to try out. I think there was a dark ride too that I missed as well. And looking it up, I think there's a roller coaster that's going to be opening next year. So I'll probably be back in the near future as well. And this is a lovely park. Kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but it's very popular because there's a lot of cars around here, so looks to be about as busy as last time. It is a Friday. I was hoping it'd be a little quieter, but it doesn't seem that way. But anyway, let's head on in. Excited to take you guys along with me for the ride as always. Let's giddy up. All right, now we start the long walk up to the entrance. Remember, it's a very strange layout for where the entrance was, where you kind of have to walk the length of the park to get up to the entrance. Kind of reminds me of Six Flags Magic Mountain a little bit in that sense. I would think the entrance would be over here on this side, but no. But the layout of the park itself, it was actually pretty nice from what I recall. It's just kind of weird getting up to the entrance. Long walk, but let's head on in. Yeah, the last time I was here was a couple years ago, 2024, and it was like, I want to say September, September, somewhere in there. I could have sworn there was like a big wall I remember walking along. Maybe that's up here. Well, this park seems to be like a whole resort. I thought I saw like a sign for like a hotel. And there's people out here having picnics. There's like, I think, campgrounds nearby. This area has kind of like a Knoebels feel to it. So it's like a French Knoebels, I guess. Okay, now I think I see the wall up here. I don't know, I don't remember this tree area here, but it's been a couple years. Yeah, okay, here's the wall that I was remembering. So the park is on the other side of this. So yeah, you kind of have to walk the length of the park. Alpina Blitz, I remember being in that far corner. This is not a huge park, from what I recall, but a nice one.
Comfort of other visitors. Finally.
And we are in. So I got my ticket online ahead of time. Just scanned in, very easy. So I think I'm gonna head to Alpina Blitz. Can't help myself. I'll probably have a couple of rides on it. Depends on how long the line is, how many trains are running, etc. I'll try and have at least 1 ride, maybe 2. And then I'll probably seek out the rest of the credits that I did not get last time. Let's head on in. Good to be back, Nigloland. There's the drop tower over there. I don't believe that was open the last time I was here. It's open today, so I'll probably have a ride on that. I heard the airplane noises. I had to come over. So they have one of these rides. I forget what they're called, but we're doing that. Canada's Wonderland. Epic Universe has one too. I'll have to try that and see if I can get some flips. Alright, here we are. Alpina Blitz Mac Mini Mega Coaster. It's only about 108 feet tall. And currently is the big coaster here at Nigloland until next year. A lot of rumors swirling around right now. I was just looking at some of the news on it. Rumors. And people are saying it's probably going to be another mock coaster, but it could be a Striker, it could be a Big Dipper, and it's supposed to be like the largest investment in park history, so that's probably going to be the new biggest coaster when it opens. But currently, it's this one, Alpina Blitz. We'll check out the line and have a ride or two. There's a wave swinger here where you sit in apples. How did I not see this last time? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to have a ride on that. I can't resist that wave swinger. I'm trying to remember where the entrance was for Alpina Blitz. I'm just kind of wandering right now. think it was this way. Looks like it's on 2 trains, 5-minute wait. All right, it's a couple rides on Alpina Blitz. Just had 4 back-to-back rides. Did front row, did back row, did next to last row, and then somewhere in the mid-train. It was an excellent ride. Some really good flow to air time. You get some ejector pops too on the front row. I think I would actually prefer the back row on this one because you do feel the air time a lot more on the back row, especially on those bunny hills at the end. This is a very good ride. And I'll definitely be back for more rides. It's running 2 trains, so not much of a wait, which is great. But I've got a few other coasters to ride that I did not get to last time. I do want to ride the water coaster again too, Krampus. It was pretty good from what I remember. Do the wave swinger, so I think up first is either the Wild Mouse or I think there was a family coaster tucked away in that corner over there, so that's what's next. Let's start the mock Wild Mouse, Descente and Schlitt. Alright, mock Wild Mouse, Schlitt Express. It's actually pretty enjoyable. It's not bad at all. Like anytime I go on a new Wild Mouse that I have not been on before, I'm always bracing myself, expecting the worst. But nah, that wasn't bad at all. And yeah, really the brakes weren't like sharp, which is kind of a bad trait of these Wild Mouse coasters, the sharp braking. But that one was fine. Nice and smooth in the corners too. Yeah, not bad at all, actually. So I got 2 more coasters left to do that I did not do last time. Here's one of them. Looks like a junior coaster. Just want to find the entrance for this and have a ride. Waited about 15 minutes, by the way, for the Wild Mouse. Actually, a little bit less than that. It was advertised 15. I waited, I think, like 11 or 12 minutes, so not bad at all. Let's have a ride on this junior coaster. And it's called Noisette Express. It's very nicely themed. Noisette Express. Nice little family coaster. That is number 697 for me, so getting very close to 700. I don't have a particular coaster in mind for 700. Just, I think there's what, one more to get here. 698, 699 should be the new spinning coaster at Asterix. And then I don't know. We'll see what's after that, but yeah. It's funny, on these junior coasters, most of the kids are sitting in the right-hand seat, which makes sense because if they're riding with an adult, the adult's going to keep an eye on them. They're going to make sure that the kid sits down. And I'm sitting on the right as well. I'm a big kid. I generally don't go out of my way to get kiddie credits, but if there's one in a park that I'm already at, I'll usually go for it. I guess the only coasters I go out of the way for really are the Alpine coasters and an SBF Visa, usually. So anyway, that was 697. I'm gonna head back and do the water coaster that I did last time, which is Krampus Expédition, which I remember being very good. I'll do the indoor coaster at the back of the park, which is like a can coaster, Spatial Experience. I remember that being really weird. And I probably won't film a POV for that because you can't see anything anyway. I filmed one last time, and I don't think you can see anything on it. So I'll ride that, and then I'll probably do the dark ride, the drop tower, and then there's one more coaster for me to find. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but I'll wander the park a little bit. This is such a nice family park. Can you guys imagine a mock striker coaster in this park? That would be insane. Me personally, I think it would be more like, or it should be more like a extreme spinner if they're gonna do a thrill ride here and a mock coaster. Let's get a ride to happiness here. I think that would fit in very well, actually, more so than a striker coaster, because those things are pretty intense and imposing, whereas extreme spinner is just pure fun. I'm gonna have a ride on this water coaster next, Krampus Expédition. You guys let me know, what do you think the coaster is that's gonna be here next year? There's been no announcement yet. There's just rumors right now. You let me know, what do you think? Just had a back row ride on Krampus Expedition. I think I got front row last time. Actually had the opportunity to get front row again. I'm like, I'll sit in the back. It's pretty refreshing though. Didn't get too soaked. I'm already kind of drying off. So up next, I think I'm gonna head to that wave swinger, which is right back this way. The Apple wave swinger. There's a line over here for Krampus. It was posted a 20-minute wait. I waited about 30. I think the ride did break down for a little bit. Definitely a lot more rides on Alpina Blitz, but that Krampus, decent water coaster. Nothing too crazy, it didn't get soaked. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Alright, here's the wave swinger. It is called Apple Flight. So let's have a ride. Just could not resist a wave swinger with the seats shaped like apples. That's awesome. Up next, I think I'm gonna head towards this gigantic drop tower. It looks very tall. I'm gonna guess over 300 feet. I'll have to look it up. I'm gonna do that next, and I think the dark ride is right over there afterwards. Still running 2 trains. As long as they keep that on, I'm gonna come back for more rides. But the drop tower is next. It is called Descente Extreme. My hands are sweating just looking at it. Do not do well with heights, as you guys know, except when I'm on a coaster, of course. But this is 328 feet tall. Whew. All right, I'll ride it. Right, Descente Extreme. This little one might be more up my alley than this one. Whew. Descente Extreme, 328 feet tall. There's like little kids riding it, and I'm like shaking. I'm so nervous. It was good though. Wonderful views from the top, and pretty darn forceful, as you would expect from a 300+ foot tall drop tower. Up next, I'm gonna cool down and have a ride on the dark ride, which is right next door. Manoir Haunt. I'm guessing Haunted Manor? Haunted Mansion? Haunted Manor? Oh, let's have a ride. I don't know how much you can see, but the car is a bench. That's interesting. Let's have a ride. Alright, so that was the Haunted Manor. That was different. The bench rotated quite a bit. I feel like it didn't need to rotate in some of the sections, which is kind of weird. You're like facing away from stuff and going backwards in certain sections, and but the theming, the set pieces there were actually very good. It reminded me a lot of the ghost train there at Europa Park that I did the last few days. Got a train coming. Yep, just barely made it in front of it. Yeah, it's very enjoyable though. So I think I'll probably go for a second ride after I get the last coaster credit that I have not ridden here, and I saw it from the drop tower. It's in the back of the park there. It looked like there was a log flume next to it. So I'm gonna wander in that direction until I find it. I think it's a powered coaster. So that's what's coming up next. They are having a time on the pirate ship. That's funny. All right, I'm headed into Village Canadien. I guess in Canadian Village. I believe this is where the other coaster is. Not been in this area before yet. Looks like the log flume is here, Riviera Canadienne. Now I'm scared of log flumes. After the Europa Park one the other day, where I got completely drenched. This one doesn't look too bad. Trying to look at people as they go by to see how wet they are. Ones in the back don't look too wet. So maybe I will have a ride on this after the powered coaster. I just gotta find where the entrance is. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about the Europa Park log flume, check out my second vlog from Europa Park on this trip, because yeah, that was a soaker. Alright, found it. Gold mine train, 20-minute wait. Let's have a ride. Interesting Wild West themed area, but it's the Canadian area Wild West, I guess. I'm back at Mer Disable. A powered coaster, gold mine train. Yeah, that was different. First of all, the station was probably the most cramped coaster station I think I've ever experienced. You kind of have to like walk sideways and shuffle just to get over to like the back rows, and so I was just like, I'm just gonna go up front, I guess. And then we're checking the lap bars after the dispatch with the ride in motion, so that was something different too. That's why we were crawling around the first corner there at the very start, and I felt like I was gonna like fall out of the coaster there. I sort of like tilted so far to the right. Then there's a weird slow turn at the end. I don't know why it slowed down that much. It also seemed unnecessary. So it is 4:30. There's an hour left. I kind of want to ride this riverboat that I saw back here, and I think I'll forego the log flume because it looks like it's just this one drop, not much more. So I'm gonna go check out this riverboat back here. No log flume today. It's called King of Mississippi. So we got some coaster footers here. Some for the new coaster that's coming next year. Whatever it is, maybe it'll be announced by the time you guys are watching this. Looks like I'm just in time for the riverboat. Looks like they're about to exit. So let's ride on this. King of Mississippi. Got some more coaster footers here too. So it's gonna go over the water. According to RCDB, it's currently called Supersonic Train, the new coaster. And I guess early visuals kind of show a striker coaster-like thing. I don't know, I still feel like an extreme spinner would be better. It's supposed to have multiple launches and inversions as well, so yeah, it'll be the headline attraction here, I'm sure, when it opens. There's a big crane here doing work. I see his Imperla Disco back there. I didn't know that was there. The gold mine train. This area's gonna look a lot different next year. Construction site. So somewhere in there is going to be the station, I'm guessing. A launch over here, I would think. One of the launches, anyway. It looks like we're back. Nice little riverboat ride, King of Mississippi. So I think after this, I'm going to head to the dark ride again, have another ride on that, and then finish up at Alpina Blitz, see how many more rides I can get in probably the last, I think, half hour or so of the day by the time I get over there. I think the last area, or one of the last areas I haven't checked out, is that Africa place. I remember hearing Jurassic Park music on the way in, coming from the other side of the fence. That's in that general area. So I think there's like a dinosaur walkthrough or something similar to that. I'm sure I'll be back next year for the new coaster, or at least in maybe 2 years from now. So I'll check the rest of that stuff out then. Right now, I do feel like some more rides on Alpina Blitz. after another ride on the dark ride. There was also Spatial Experience. It's like a can coaster indoors. I remember being kind of strange, but I think I'll skip that one for today because I did ride it last time. So I have ridden all of the coasters currently in this park. I'm sure I'll be back. And of course, I literally walked right by the Haunted Manor like a dope. I had to backtrack a little bit for it. I do want one more ride on this. Just have a second ride there on Haunted Manor. Yeah, I think the spinning is just a bit too much. Like, I actually got dizzy at the very end of the ride. So it was spinning quite a bit. So there was one particular scene where there was like a skeleton or a ghostly figure playing a piano and people were waltzing. And you go into it and you're like facing the wall away from the scene. And you kind of get spun towards it towards the end. I thought it was kind of weird. Like, okay, maybe if we're like spinning doing the waltz with them, but we don't. Like, I feel like if that was the case, we should be like spinning around the room like the whole time, not facing away from the scene. I thought that was a little weird, but the rest of the ride was it was good. I still very much enjoyed it. All right, so I think there's about 25 minutes or so left, 25. I want to see how many rides I can get on Alpina Blitz to finish the day. You know what? I mentioned it earlier and then I forgot about it. Air meeting. Hope it's not too long of a wait because I'm gonna still try and squeeze in a ride or two on Alpina Blitz afterwards. But I want to ride this and see if I can get a flip or two, or if it's even possible. I'm not sure. I was hoping it'd be walk-on, but it clearly is not. So this might be it. This might be my last ride of the day here. That's fine. I still got 4 rides on Alpina Blitz earlier, front and back. So if that's it, I'm fine with that. Because I do want to ride this.
Fatalement, il ne me reste plus qu'à vous souhaiter bon vol et une excellente journée au parc Nigloland.
No, not even close. It was the back row there too. That was probably the worst spot, I think, to try and get some flips, but it is possible. I did see some people doing it on previous cycles. Guess I just need more practice too. Interesting fact on that one, Air Meeting is actually the first one of those that opened in 2012, made by Gerstlauer. And yeah, there's one at Epic Universe and a bigger model at Canada's Wonderland. Not the exact same ride type, but ride family made by Gerstlauer as well. So there's about 5 minutes before the park closes. I'm headed on over for one more ride on Alpina Blitz, assuming they haven't closed the queue already. I wouldn't think so, but we'll go check it out. All right, looks like queue is still open. So how about one more ride on Alpina Blitz? .38, the park is now closed. It's one of the 2 last trains. That is the last train going right now. It's not Fury, you can't chant one more ride and get another ride. Got a row 5, I think, mid-train. Still solid. Like that first floor to airtime, that was fantastic. This one right there. That was excellent. And you get some good floater air time throughout. And yeah, I think even in the front you got some ejector air. It's a great ride. This is the current #1 coaster in the park, Alpina Blitz. And yeah, you guys tell me, what do you think the coaster will be for next year at the other end of the park? Mach Striker. I'm hoping for a Mach Extreme Spinner. We'll see what the future holds. I'll probably be back here in the next couple of years. So that will wrap things up for today's vlog from Nigloland. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. As always, hope you guys enjoyed the 4.5-hour tour, 5-hour tour of the park. Still, there's a lot more here to explore for future visits. Coming up in the next vlog is going to be another visit to Park Asterix, which is just north of Paris. And I'll be staying in the Paris area for the next few days before moving on up to Scandinavia. So stay tuned for that content. And with that, signing off from a beautiful park here near Paris, within a few hours anyway. Nigloland. Take care, guys.